855-400-7282. Savage.
Everything we've done over the past 6 years, whether it's rescuing the economy or reforming our schools or retooling our job training programs, has been in pursuit of one goal.
To destroy America.
Opportunity for all of us.
To destroy the country.
But we know that some communities have the odds stacked against them and have had the odds stacked against them for a very long time, in some cases for decades.
Now, he, of course, uses the word some communities, meaning the black communities, had the odds stacked against them for a very long time. So it begs the question of how did Obama, Holder, Sharpton, and other African Americans who had the odds stacked against them get where they are? We have a black president. We had a black attorney general. We now have another black attorney general. We have Al Sharpton, the gangster criminal, in my opinion, going in and out of the White House, holding people up financially anywhere he can. He had the odds stacked against him. How'd they get where they are? In other words, if the communities have the odds stacked against them, Obama didn't burn a city down. He's trying to burn America down. Holder didn't have to burn down a convenience store to rob a pack of cigarettes. Instead, he's trying to destroy the American police departments across America. Sharpton did a very good job living off the NYPD for at least 40 years now with that vermin lawyer of his. So let's go to clip 3 and listen to the Satanistic dialogues, the Satan's dialogues in 3.
And in some communities, that sense of unfairness and powerlessness has contributed to dysfunction in those communities.
Full of crap.
You know, communities are like bodies, and if the immunity system's down, they can get sick.
Yeah, that's what you're doing to America.
Communities aren't vibrant, where people don't feel a sense of hope and opportunity. Then a lot of times that can fuel crime and that can fuel unrest.
Well, it didn't affect you. You became president. Aren't you a member of that community? Holder was a member of the African American community. Everyone's a brother. Everyone loves each other. Of course, black-on-black violence is not caused by blacks hurting blacks. That's caused by someone outside the community pulling that trigger. You understand that? I mean, you got to be serious about that. So then he goes on and justifies the thugs burning down Baltimore, burning down Ferguson, destroying property in New York City. Listen to clip 4. Listen to this. Listen to the evil in this tongue.
We've seen in places like Baltimore and Ferguson and New York. And it has many causes, from a basic lack of opportunity to some groups feeling unfairly targeted by...
Oh, shame on you.
And that means there's no single solution.
Yes, there is.
Have to be
throwing you out of office.
Solutions and different approaches that we try.
There's only one solution, which is to get the devil out of the White House and have him stop attacking the police and stop supporting the thugs. Okay, I like to hear the applause. What a phony. While ISIS was on a rampage into Ramadi, this character liar Satan was golfing. ISIS held a massive parade in West Anbar province, celebrating a victory in Ramadi. It went for a half a mile long. Do you remember under Bush we saw a highway of death? Where was one U.S. warplane? Why did the great commander-in-chief not launch an air attack against the ISIS parade of Toyota trucks with machine guns after they took the city, before they started their pillaging, raping, and kidnapping? There's only one answer to this. And do you know what the answer is? They're working for Obama. They're working for the U.S. government. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Tell me why the U.S. Air Force was not instructed by the golfer to take out that parade. One warplane could have done it. One A-10 Warthog could have done it. And by the way, your golfer-in-chief has been trying to destroy the Warthog program for over 2 years. Ask him why. Ask the double-talking Satan why.
Join the Savage Nation. Call now, 855-400-SAVAGE.
855-400-7282. What do you want to talk about? WMAL, Washington, D.C. Doug, welcome to the Savage Nation. What's on your mind?
How you doing, Doctor? Mike, just a general question. The Arabs in the Middle East, that like the Saudis, who say they're against ISIS, why don't they all form a coalition and attack ISIS themselves? They could have bombed that parade just as easy as the United States Air Force could have done it. Why don't they?
Well, it's an interesting question. ISIS has a half-mile parade of their Toyota trucks with machine guns after they storm into Ramadi. The Saudis are fighting them. The Jordanians are fighting them without any of our help. We have warplanes there. We have aircraft carriers in the area. We have cruise missiles. We have ICBMs. We did nothing. The Arabs did nothing. I don't know the answer to this. I'm bewildered. Saudi Arabia is threatened by them. Why are they doing nothing? Well, you have to look at tribal warfare. ISIS is a Sunni-led group. You understand that, correct?
Yes, I understand that.
Now, it's very hard for us to understand the difference between the Sunnis and the Shmoonies and the Shia. Who can remember this garbage? It's based upon a 1,000-year-old feud between the Arabs. That's how advanced they are as a civilization. They gave us the zero and no one heard from them since. So now they're fighting over something that occurred in the 11th century, descendants of Muhammad, as opposed to descendants not of Muhammad directly, but of his nephew. Then they've been killing each other for 800 years because of whether they descended from Muhammad or his nephew. That's Sunni and Shia, fundamentally. Okay, so the ISIS murderers are basically they're Saddam Hussein's army reformed. Let's make it very simple. I saw this from the beginning. The very same army that our troops died to control have now reformed with our equipment that was left behind. That's the Sunnis. Now, the Saudis are a Sunni government. So why would they be afraid of ISIS? Well, they are afraid that they'll come into Saudi Arabia and topple the royal family and have a revolution of the poor people along the lines of what Obama wants here. And so they're playing it both ways, the Saudis. They could have taken on that column. So maybe they wanted them to take Ramadi. And then what? I thought they were fighting ISIS. I don't understand it. Moreover, let me ask you this question. Here's another one. Iran, Shia. Okay? ISIS, Sunni. Obama's backing Iran, giving them the power to build a nuclear weapon to take down Israel and God knows who else. That's the Shias in Iran. ISIS is Sunni. Are Sunni Arabs. They just took Ramadi. We didn't fire a shot at their convoys. So now what? This country's on the side both of the Iranian Shia and the ISIS Sunni. Why? Well, you can say it's a grand strategy of the college girls who are running the country who think that by turning them against each other, we won't have to do the job. Basically, they're racist. They want the Arabs to kill each other. That would be the best scenario, but I don't believe it. I think it's cowardice and incompetence running the country. I think that they're running from Peter to Paul, sticking their finger in the dike, not knowing how to stop the water from flooding in. They don't know what the hell they're doing. And every day is a new experience for the college sorority that has wrecked this nation. And then you have Satan in the White House. You have an absolute fork-tongued Satan every day in every way, trying to bring the country to its knees, trying to turn black against white, white against black, Americans against the police. Every day Satan does it. Not a word from the pimps in the Fourth Estate, who are nothing but the fifth column. Not a word from the pretty boy, Stephanopoulos, and his fellow travelers. Not a word from the prostitutes in the media about what this man is trying to do to burn another city to the ground. Don't you understand my rage? What do you think animates me to get up every morning and do this show? I see the country on fire. I see the man with the matches and the lighter fuel, and I see him playing with the lighter fuel and the matches every day, and I'm standing here like a fireman screaming fire in the theater. Get the child out of the White House. He's going to set the nation on fire like he set the world on fire. Stop him before he kills all of us. That's my opinion. And if you think I'm paranoid, then you're really sick, or you're stoned on medical marijuana and you don't know what the hell you're doing yourself. Pardon me for using the word hell twice. I don't know if that's one of the 7 deadly words. Is it? I'm allowed to use it? I'm allowed to use. I don't generally curse, and I don't use the word hell. So these are the topics that are animating me. I mean, I'm very animated. I mean, I have a stake in this nation. I've spent many decades in this country building a life for myself and my family. I have a grandchild, and I see Satan trying to set the country on fire. You think I'm the only one? You think I, Michael Savage, am the only one seeing Satan playing with matches and lighter fuel? You didn't hear his speech attacking again the police and justifying the thugs who robbed and burnt Baltimore and Ferguson based on a false lie? Do you understand there's a race war brewing? Do you understand that that's part of his grand strategy for the 2016 election, which is to animate the thugs and get them not only to vote, but to intimidate you away from the polls? You didn't see the second part of that. Not only to get the gangs to vote, but to get them to frighten you to not vote in your own city, to keep you away from the polls. That's his grand strategy for stealing America in 2016 and giving it to the bowling pin. I'll be right back.
Join the Savage Nation. Call now, 855.